Hello everyone, this is Rohan Datta, and with me my two teammates are Ratish Srivastav and Tisha Khatri. This is a live demo of our video demo of our project, finally a capstone project, and the topic is crop recommendation system with e-commerce website for farming. Our guide was Dr. Bindu V. Next slide. So the main motivation behind this project is obviously to bring farming into the 21st century. Farming itself is a very old and very important sector of India. It's a very important industry of India, and there is a huge need for it to be integrated into the 21st century. There are a lot of technological advancement which could be enabled to make the farming industry much better and much more efficient. So this is our project is a little bit of a endeavor in doing that. We are trying to make a system which will help farmers and anybody who's enthusiastic about the farming industry to gain some kind of knowledge and some kind of insight into the farming industry and gain some help from it. Next slide. So the objective of the project is simple. We are using technologies like machine learning and web development to create a system to aid farmers in crop selection, seed purchase, and they'll be able to sell the crops. And all of this will be put together in an interactive UI, a website, which will help farmers and anybody else who wishes to access the website to gain access. Next slide. So this is the block flow of the project. As you can see, we start right outset from the dataset collection and processing. After the dataset collection, we use prediction model using random forest, which will be discussed in detail by me. And recommendation model is done using KNN. Along with that, we have a Razorpay based payment system. And all of these three things are together combined in a backend class based code, which Ratish will explain. And this is the backend part. This backend part is joined to the front end HTML pages like contact page, payment pages, and the other pages which will be spoken in detail by Tisha. Moving on to the dataset, which will be explained by Rachit.
Okay, so talking about the dataset, we have two datasets with us. One is the soil chemistry dataset, and other is the location-based dataset. So talking in detail about this soil chemistry dataset, we have 2200 rows and 15 columns. And in our machine learning and prediction and recommendation system, we will be using 7 columns out of this. And this we have found out using the heat map concept. Those 7 columns are independent and have a high impact on the crop recommendation output. Second dataset is the location-based dataset, where we have 576 cities. And for each city, we have a latitude and longitude and its corresponding crop attributes. Now, Rohan will tell about the machine learning model.
So this is a dataset analysis done using the Python notebook, Python Jupyter notebook. So we start off by importing the necessary packages. Some of the packages are like pandas, numpy, matplotlib, and seaborn. These packages are used for dataset analysis, specifically to represent the data. And sklearn is used, the scikit-learn is used for making the basic models, which will be discussed later. Then we import the dataset, which is imported using pandas read_csv. Then we check the shape of the dataset, which is basically 2200 rows and 15 columns. Moving on, we go to the heat map. And heat map is a way of representing the correlation that is there between the different attributes of the dataset. And this is done using the seaborn's heat map keyword. Then we'll do a bit of, then we have done a bit of data analysis, data cleaning that is done using the fill_na method, where we fill the null values with the median of the specific attributes. Moving on, we go to the standard scalar, which is used for normalizing the data set to increase the efficiency of a model. Standard scalar is basically a way in which the data points have been subtracted from their mean and they have been set to the unit variance. This is done to achieve much more uniformity in the data set. Then we have done the integer mapping also. Integer mapping is basically where we have mapped each of the crops with an integer so that we can do much cleaner data analysis, and we have a sort of mapping and sort of a way to identify which crop represents what. Like example, we have set apple to 0 and banana to 1. This is done using the alphabetical order. So you can see it starts from A and goes up to watermelon, which is in W. Moving on. Then we separate our data set into training and testing data set. This is very important in training our model and checking the accuracy of the model. This is done by using the model selection tool under the sklearn library. Then moving on, we train our data sets using different ML models. First is the decision tree classifier model. And each of these data sets have been done with the cross-validation that is done to avoid the overfitting. Then we do the perceptron training model. Then we do Gaussian naive Bayes modeling, support vector machine, and random forest, and logistic regression too. Moving on, this is the accuracy comparison chart of the various models on which we have worked on. Here you can see that random forest is one of the highest accuracy giving model. So we have tried to work on that in our whole project and the prediction part. The Flask code will be further explained by Rajit.
So I will be explaining about the backend part of a code, which we have done using Flask framework of Python, talking about the various packages that we have imported in our program. First is the SQL Alchemy package, which is basically used to connect our database to our Flask code, that is Python. Then we are using this mail service where we can send the mail to the customer. Then we are using this pickle package with the help of which we will be performing all the machine learning prediction and recommendation models. And then we are using Razorpay package to perform all the payment related operations. Then comes the part of the CSV files that we will be using in our project. Describing some of them, we have the city CSV file, where for each city, we have the corresponding NPK/PH, that is the crop attributes present in a file. Then we have this mapper new file, where for each crop, we have a corresponding index number attached to it. Then we have this crop info CSV file, where there is a link to a website for each crop, so that user can know extra information about the crop. Then comes the part of database. So we have used SQL Alchemy package for connecting a database to Flask, and we will be using 3 tables in our program. This contact table is used to store all the query related information of the customer. This post table is used to store all the blog post information that is shown on the website by the admin. And then we will be using this user table to store all the payment details of the customer. Then we will be going to the prediction model. So this is the code for the prediction model, where we will be using a random forest classifier to train our model. Now, whenever any user inputs any value on the website, it gets stored in this request object of the Flask, and using .form.values, we will be extracting the data into this Flask application. So we will be using model new.predict option to do final prediction, and then since machine learning gives an integer value, so we will be using a mapper CSV file to extract each crop according to a specific index number. Then comes the part of recommendation function. So here there are 2 options available for the user. Either he can input a city name or he can input the crop attributes. So if he enters a city name, then we already have a file as described above, where for each city we have a corresponding NPK/PH value. So he can simply enter the city name. Other cases that he can enter these 4 crop attributes, and on the base of that we are using k-means nearest neighbor classifier to do recommendation. And since we want top 10 recommendations, we have set this to 10 value, and we will be using a function called model.predictproba to make recommendation instead of prediction. Then comes the part of payment system. So here we have used Razorpay application for performing all the payment related operations. There will be 4 input that the user needs to give, that is name, crop, email, and amount. And this is the technique of creating a test object for Razorpay, where there are credentials for each test case. The currency is set to INR and the amount is calculated by this formula. Then there is a unique order ID for each customer, so that in the future, if he has any query, he can input the order ID and we can solve his query. Then we have to commit the database, because all the payment details will be stored in this user table. Then comes the part of order details. In this tab of a website, the user has to input his order ID, which is unique for each user, and then all the details, that is email, name, crop, location, amount, will be printed on the screen. And then we have this contact section where if he has any query, he can input his name, email, phone, and the message. And in our contact table of a PHPMyAdmin database, all the query will be stored, and we can respond to him as quickly as possible. We can go through the website by Tisha.
Starting with our website presentation, we have on the screen the first page of our website, Krishi Zone, which is a blog post portal. Here we have given many useful farming and agro-agriculture educational articles. We can show you by expanding one of the articles on screen. This is a Rice in India article which shows the conditions, methods and productions of cultivation of rice in India. Next is our predict page. That is a crop prediction portal of our website. Here we have used the dataset with soil chemistry and climate conditions. Thus the user enters soil chemistry data value, in which includes pH, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and the climate conditions, which includes temperature, humidity and rainfall. A single predicted crop for those values is served up. Random forest model is used for this model. We will show you a demo of the working of the predictor. The two links are provided. One is crop info, which takes you to the crop info page on the web portal, and the another is to buy the crop from our page only. Next, we have a crop recommendation portal, which has two datasets. One is with city names, and in this, a user enters the city name and top 10 recommended products are shown, again with one link to buy the crop seeds and another link to view more info about the crop. Another data entering part is which requires the user to enter soil chemistry, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and pH value of the soil. This also recommends 10 crops as output. The demo can be shown now. These are the crops recommended by the city name only. This is the crop info page. And now these are the crop recommended by soil conditions. Next we have the payment portal, where you can enter your personal details along with the order details, which includes email, name, the name of the crop and amount of the crop in kgs. Then you can buy the crop from here. The demo is it also shows our order ID, which we have to save for later. This is a payment gateway portal. Here you can either go to the home page if you do not wish to pay. This is to keep it secure. And the another button is for pay now option. When we click on pay now, this takes us to the Razorpay portal for the payment. Here we have provided all the options to pay through wallet, net banking, card, UPI to the portal. Next we have contact me page. This is the portal where you can drop the messages for the backend team in the given form. It includes the name, email address, phone number and the message. This message is then stored to our database system. Next we have my orders page. Here people can see their order details by entering their order ID, which was provided during the payment time. Thank you so much. This was our project review.
So we would like to conclude our video demonstration by talking about the conclusion for this project and some of the future work that we can do regarding this project. So in conclusion, there are some things that we could improve in our project, namely the fact that we have had to use 2 data sets instead of using 1. That was primarily due to the fact that we were not able to get the good data sets that had both the soil chemistry data and the location-based data on the internet, and we were not able to collect it ourselves due to the ongoing pandemic. So we would want to work on a data set that would have both of these things in a single data set, and that will give us a much better result. And the other thing that we want to really work on is making a better UI, a robust UI that we can host online and that can be used by people for real-time access to our website and buying crops. So these are 2 of the most important things that we look for in the future. As for the use of this project, if this project is being able to scale up to the industrial level, then this project has a lot of scope for farmers and anyone like people like us who are novices in this field of farming and agriculture. It can be a huge starter and huge Kickstarter for us to get into this field of farming and agriculture, because this is a very important field and it's one of the most important industry in India. Thank you.